Mary, there's so much to be excited about with the Brisbane 2032 Games on the horizon. You've competed at 2 before. What's a core Olympics memory for you?
There's a lot to choose from, but I think for me a memory that I actually look back on sometimes is the game we played against Great Britain. I think it was in our quarterfinals. I scored my first Olympic goal in that game, and it was also just like such a big game for us as a team. Like, we had a pretty good comeback in that game, and I think for me it just felt like really special because I felt so much joy in that moment. It's now just become like a really cherished memory where I can look back on and then feel that joy and almost remember like why I'm playing as well, because it's moments like that that feel almost the most rewarding.
So as a young athlete, how much did it mean to you to be at the Games?
Growing up, I always watched the Olympics with my family, and we used to go to the beach and have our own like mini Olympics. Getting to then participate in the Olympics, it was just super special getting to look back at those moments as a kid and dreaming of it and then making that dream a reality. It's just like still feels crazy to me sometimes that like that's possible, because I think as a kid you like have this big dream and you really believe that you can get there, but at the same time it feels so far away.
What sports did you have at your family's mini Olympics?
Anything really. I think the majority of them probably weren't in the Olympics, but just any like game that we could play. Like, I have 4 siblings, so we were always really competitive, and there was enough of us to play a lot of different games. So anything that we did, we just try to make it even more fun. Yeah, 5-a-side. But nah, we had good fun just like watching the Olympics and then going and pretending to, you know, be in them. That was always really fun.
What did the Olympics teach you about expectation and pressure that you've been able to use in competition, whether that's in club football or national level?
At my second Olympics in Paris, I think that one taught me quite a lot about expectation and managing pressure, because I think for me, like, I already thought I was quite good at doing those things, but then we went to that tournament off the back of having a really good World Cup run, and I think things didn't work out for us the way we had hoped, and it was quite disappointing on a personal level, but then also as a team getting knocked out in the group stage. And it just like, it felt like, you know, we had done the country so proud in the World Cup, and then we'd gone to the Olympics and it felt like we'd let everyone down, and I'd never really experienced that before, or at least I hadn't put as much responsibility on myself to perform as I had before, because I really thrive off just making everything as simple as possible. So I think off the back of that tournament, I had to like do a lot of reflecting on like, you know, how I can make sure that I am consistently performing regardless of who's watching or what people are saying. And like I said, I think they're things that I had already learnt, but I'd maybe lost touch with because I didn't think I needed to do them as much. Since then, I feel like I have thrived on the pitch because I am actually doing those things like my journaling and making sure I actually make time for my social life. Like, it's weird, like, but a lot of the stuff that makes me perform is not football related, and it's just making sure that I don't make football my whole life so that I can really enjoy it and be engaged in it when I am on the field.
Did it teach you resilience?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I think it's a weird thing to have to speak to a camera afterwards and be like, yeah, look, I was bad, and just being able to own that taught me a lot in itself. Like, I think it can be quite embarrassing when you make a mistake, but I think when the whole country is watching you, it's, I don't know, it magnifies that, and it feels like there's a lot of people that have eyes on you. So I think for me, after that tournament, getting to do some media and actually just be like, I wasn't good enough, it actually really helped me to feel like, you know, that's okay as long as you keep trying. So that was a really good lesson in itself.
Looking ahead to Brisbane 2032, does the idea of a home Olympics come with a different sort of excitement?
Yeah, definitely. Wearing the jersey is super special anytime I get to wear it, but in particular when I wear it in Australia, it feels even more special, getting to see everyone that shows up for us and getting to play in front of family and friends. With the Olympics being at home in 2032, if I had the chance to go to that, I think it would just be super special and hopefully something similar to what I've experienced in the past with the World Cup.
How significant would it feel to have 3 home international tournaments? It's probably something unheard of.
Yeah, honestly, it's unreal. I think most players that I know never get the opportunity to have a tournament at home, and we've been really blessed to have the World Cup and the Asia Cup at home and now the Olympics in Brisbane. So yeah, I just feel super lucky. Like it is unheard of that happens, and to have that all in the span of like my career, it just feels like the most perfect timing. So I just feel really grateful for that.
Now, the kids that you would have inspired at the beginning of your career will now be old enough to be at Brisbane 2032. What message do you have for them?
Yeah, I guess just keep going. Like, it'd be amazing to, you know, see more girls coming through and just to hear their story. I think even today I still have people come up and tell me how they started playing football because of the World Cup, and it's just beautiful to see how us just playing and giving, you know, people the opportunity to feel inspired. I think it's just a really beautiful thing.
What do you think life will look like for you in 2032?
I don't know. I mean, I take it day by day, year by year, so we'll see. But hopefully, you know, still at my A game, doing well, because I think it would be an amazing opportunity to be part of something like that.
Well, we hope to see you at Brisbane 2032.
I hope so too.